The third major of 2019 is upon us as the U.S. Open tees off this week. Hello everyone, I'm Drew Goldfarb, joined by Taylor Smith, and today we're breaking down the 2019 U.S. Open, as well as going over some general betting tips and explaining how to bet on the U.S. Open tournament. Taylor, let's start there. What kinds of unique betting options does golf or the U.S. Open provide for bettors?
So you can obviously bet on who will win the tournament at any time. The odds are always fluctuating as the players make it through their rounds, but sites like MyBookie afford you the chance to bet on, for example, who will be leading after the first round. Like you can get Tiger Woods at plus 2,500 to be the leader after 18 holes. Sites also have certain head-to-head matchup props posted. Like you can bet on whether Brooks Koepka will finish ahead of Jordan Spieth in the tournament, or whether Dustin Johnson will finish ahead of Woods, for example. You can also bet on which golfers, whether they'll finish in the top 5, top 10, or top 20. So there's no shortage of options.
This year's event being held at Pebble Beach, what kind of an impact is the course expected to have on this year's tournament? How does this course play?
So the course is right on the coast, the Pacific coast. The weather can be problematic, usually wind, but the forecasts this week are supposed to be nice. The wind is supposed to be minimal, so it'll be a little different than we saw at the PGA last month. It's got narrow fairways and small greens, and it makes the course play somewhat difficult, but the fact that it's not supposed to be rainy or windy or anything should make it fairly neutral. So from a betting perspective, that's what you want.
Let's look at the field itself. What relative long shots do you think provide the best betting options for a potential payout?
So Tony Finau is ranked 29th in the world. He's never won a major, but he's always kind of in contention. He's one of the longer players on the tour off the tee. The putting comes and goes, but if his putting is on, I think he's a decent value at plus 5,000. Another one at plus 5,000 I like is Phil Mickelson. He's yet to win the U.S. Open, but he does have a good track record at Pebble Beach. He won the Pro-Am here a few months ago with a 19 under par, which is obviously an excellent score. So Phil to win the U.S. Open for the first time at plus 5,000 is a decent number for the 25th ranked player in the world.
Last question. It's a simple one, although probably the most difficult one to answer. Who is your pick to win the 2019 U.S. Open?
So I picked him to win the PGA last month, and he did so pretty easily. Brooks Koepka has been the best player on the tour for the last several months. He's probably the best player in the world right now. You can get him at plus 850, which is the second best odds behind co-favorites Rory, McIlroy, and Dustin Johnson, who are plus 800 apiece. Koepka's won the U.S. Open each of the last 2 years at Erin Hills and Shinnecock Hills. He was a long shot in both of those, so this is the first time he's coming into the U.S. Open with real expectations. He could become the first player since Willie Anderson in the early 1900s to win 3 straight U.S. Opens. So, no reason to go away from him here. He's done me good in the past, so I'll take Brooks Koepka at plus 850.
Koepka's got a good collegiate background too, so I like that pick. Taylor Smith, thank you very much. You can find more from Taylor online now at gamblingsites.org, as well as plenty more discussions with him right here on the Odds On Favorites YouTube channel. He's Taylor Smith. I'm Drew Goldfarb. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.